Welcome back, once again adventurers, to Let's Play Robotics Notes Elite. In the last episode, Kaito and Frau were still busy working on preparing the movements that Godbuild 2 would be demonstrating at the Tokyo Expo. But then the conversation then turned to Akiho, and the idea that she wanted to hold a Christmas party for the Robotics Club. More surprisingly, especially for Kaito, was when Irie chimed in with her wish to see it snow on Christmas Eve. But if that weren't enough, Irie started talking about certain things behaving in a way very uncharacteristic for a digital construct on a Pokécom tablet. But anyway, yeah, it's a brand new morning. And we're going to start the day off with some more tweeps. Oh, I forgot to tell you yesterday, but you should blow dry your hair. You'll catch a cold. No, never mind. Just ignore me. Sorry. No. Your heart's in the right place, Junna. Very much so. Today will be a midsummer day. Air temperature high of 4 degrees Celsius. Irie, of course, taking over from Sister Centipede since Sister Centipede herself is inaccessible right now. Current attendance on day 1 of Komimo is about 300,000. 3 years ago, the Holy Lands where it was held expanded and it turned to chaos after that. About 30% of travel from overseas. By the way, the people from the countryside have really intense eyes. Yeah, Komimo is not something to take lightly. How do you live through such a battlefield? How indeed. Play 30 minutes, 5 wins, 1 loss, heading out. On to list B. I'll be staying on the island for Christmas and the holiday season. I'm really sorry that I can't come back, Dad. I think Hugo will understand. You're not that timid little girl who needs to be protected anymore. Nothing of this C, and nothing of this D. Good. Now that we get that out of the way, let's mosey. Today's a holiday, so we got the day off. I set out bright and early in the morning. Yesterday was a busy one. I checked the Cosmo Resort and the Matsuda Tracking Communications Center for the AI annotation, but no luck. That's a disappointment. I have until midnight, less than 24 hours, to get this, to find it. Because it's possible that Irie disappears when the date changes. That's my deadline, when the update happens. If I don't somehow find report number 6 before then, I'm screwed. A worst case scenario, I'll have to give up on report number 7 completely, which would definitely be an issue.
今日の天気予報は晴れでしょう。降水確率は 0% です。
Irie still reciting the weather in her usual fashion.
寒いので暖かくして出かけましょう。
Should probably take that advice, actually. Irie faces the wrong direction even though she's seemingly talking to me. Yesterday, no, not just yesterday, lately I've stopped trying to think about Irie's words and actions. For now, at least. If Irie somehow survives past tomorrow, I'll handle it. But it's probably just a bug. Or at least that's what I keep telling myself. Still many unanswered questions. Even if I stick my neck into all this, I won't be able to get the answers within the day. Well, if we're successful in reaching report number 6, never mind report number 7, we might find those answers, Kaito. The Kimijima report takes priority right now, first and foremost. I've narrowed down the search down to 5 locations. I should do the rounds. Let's bring up the loot map yet again. Let's see, what locations do we have? We've got Hasetenbo Park, we've got Hamada Beach, Lima Coast, the airport, the Otatsu Mitatsu Rocks. Huh. Well, let's start with the locations we're familiar with. Hasetenbo Park. This is gonna take a while. This is Hasetenbo Park. Could the Kimijima report be here? Got some more notifications. I don't get why we go to school on the 24th and 25th. I could focus on production if we had those days off. You actually go to school on Christmas, that's a thing, apparently. More words from Frau. I was on the winner's side because I had a group ticket from helping Mother's group. Mother's group was by the wall once. I was the sales girl. All I did was help prepare, then lined up in the major companies with Mother. Doohoo. Not really sure what's so amusing about that. 24th and 25th should disappear in a vortex. Old Frau. Winter break is crunch time. If we don't work hard now, we won't make it to the expo. Can't be all jolly just because it's Christmas. Everyone, please. Sounding a little bit there like Ebenezer Scrooge. I mean, I know that's not your intention, but that's the vibe I'm getting. Please calm down. Junna trying to resolve the situation. I would like to do a small Christmas party with the members of the Robotics Club. I don't know how many times all 5 of us will be gathered together. Let's have a cake as a pre-party for Gunbuild 2's completion. Because once 2020 hits, it's as Akio says, it really will just be her and Kaito once again. Good idea. Breaks are needed. my house, we have a custom that every Christmas we celebrate with cream-covered Okinawan donuts. It's probably from the Okinawan blood in us. Or maybe you just like Okinawan donuts. They are tasty. Well, donuts anyway. Sounds good. Next time, treat just me. Now Frau's going ballistic. You traitor, how dare you betray me? Yeah. What? It's not a rum that I think you'll easily understand, Junna. Christmas Eve. It's almost here. Almost here. It'd be nice if it lasted until tomorrow. Oh damn it, Frau. If this is the case, I'm gonna make Umisho Senpai put on 4 eyes and wear a Santa outfit, but when he takes it off, he is naked with a ribbon wrapped around his neck. They don't say, we are the Christmas present. I wanted to have a delusion of that so bad I'd need him to be there. Yeah, let's just ignore that completely. Once and for all. Message from Michi. A tweet from Michi rather than an actual message. I feel the same way. Oh, it is a message. He's replying to Akio. If we started break before Christmas, we would have so much fun, both teachers and students. It's very rare to see, Then again, I don't quite think that Michi is on the same page as Akio. The India is still silent. Which is good. Oh right. Kimijima report. Let's find it. Actually, no, wait. This is where we found the other one, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. We found one of the previous Kimijima reports here. Don't know. Could have hidden 2 in the same spot, but then again, that would actually be way too convenient for the likes of Kou Kimijima. Yeah, there isn't a second one here. This is that was a complete waste of time. Actually, I think we can check Hamada Beach off our list as well, because we already found one at Chikoro no Iwa. We'll try Nagahama Coast. Do that. This is Nagahama Coast. Could the Kimijima report be here? Could be. Let's see if we can find it. We scour every particle of sand. Water now. Whoa. Nothing's It's just a beach. It's just a beach. Old airport it is. Go to this one. Just to make sure. This is the old Tanegashima airport. Could the Kimijima report be here? Could very well be. Scooters. Administration office notice. Broken windows. Map and other things. Sure it's not hiding anywhere. I don't think it's in such a convenient place. Well, that clears most of our list. That really only narrows it down to Otatsu Mitatsu Rocks, which don't think we've ever been here before. So away we go. This is Otatsu Mitatsu Rocks. Could the Kimijima report be here? Oh, it's a location that we're only just visiting for the first time, so I probably should have given it away. Tag. Otatsu Mitatsu Rocks. Danger. Do not climb. This could take a while. Then again, it probably couldn't be on the buildings or anything. This is the only other location we've got. We don't find it here. We are pretty much SOL. Not hiding in the grass. Should probably actually face the damn rocks. Might be here. Hiding somewhere. Somewhere there are a lot of rocks. Yeah, I think it's safe to say we found it. sense of disturbance in the force. We can put aside the question of why it's in this specific location, but put that aside for now. We found it. Geotag number 70.
君島レポートナンバー6をダウンロードしました。
Yay! Breathe a sigh of relief. And interestingly enough, there is another shrine on these rocks actually. Managed to get it in time, fortunately, but we still have the issue of trying to find a way to save Irie from her fate. There happens to be a rest bench in front of me, so I sit down and take a look at the report. Six down, one to go. Let's begin. The technique of manipulating media to spin tales, confusing reality and fiction, is already outdated. In the 21st century, propaganda must be carved into the hearts of men by augmenting those fantasies upon reality. An exceedingly gentle and clever silence will fall as all sense of reality is lost. The Committee of 300 calls this their silent weapon. In less than 2 decades, wars fought with tanks and missiles will become obsolete. And even nuclear weaponry will become antiquated. War will be carried out in total secrecy, beginning in an unknown location and ending in a one-sided massacre that will never be broadcast. The hearts of men will be quietly invaded, eroded, violated, and eventually killed. This is the nature of the silent weapon. It is a deplorable creation that reaches far beyond propaganda, robbing men of their dignity with incredible ease. The age of direct control over a man's will has already arrived. It is within the realm of scientific possibility to project non-existent fabrications upon the eyes of men. America's Victor Convia University developed VR visual rebuilding technology long ago and received official patent documentation for it. The brains of all men contain a will shaped by nerve impulses or more simply electronic signals. Consequently, if artificial nerve impulses were to interfere with the optic nerve, even delusions can be augmented upon reality. This technology has evolved far past the initial limits of AR, and as such it carries the potential to improve human life. But only if its use remains peaceful. Such a hope has long since been abandoned. Research has already progressed to ruling over human will by way of VR technology, namely through simultaneous hallucinatory projections upon the masses. This is, of course, pioneered by the Tavistock Institute. Project Noah was approved by the Committee of 300 as number 86 in their attempts regarding the Human Domestication Project. It was lent engineering prowess by Tavistock as Japan's Nozomi Technology Limited shifted into execution of large-scale, indiscriminate human experimentation in Shibuya, Tokyo. It should be obvious that such electromagnetic weaponry was the cause of the earthquakes in that city, and yet, regardless of the unnatural circumstances surrounding the earthquakes, not a soul dares to come forth in opposition of its legitimacy. Does this not seem odd? If you do not believe so, then Tavistock is controlling your will as well. A collective will crafted from lost autonomy, an electromagnetic weapon capable of even earthquakes and solar storms, reaching incredibly high activity. Upon the day that all conditions are met, the trumpets announcing the end of the world will echo announcing the end will echo across the world. A small group of powerful men will initiate Project Atu, ushering in the thorough slaughter of mankind and providing the group with their livestock. These opportunities will arise thrice. 2015, 2019, and 2020. Tread with caution, for it may already be too late. March 2010. You have my gratitude for reading thus far. I must say that during your time with these reports, you have been incredibly perseverant, or perhaps greatly and deeply inquisitive. It would likely not be incorrect to surmise that your heart delights in righteousness. But again I ask for you to tread carefully, for if they learn that you are reading this, your life becomes forfeit. The series of reports is the indictment I have written while in hiding from assassins of the Committee of 300. Surely by the time you read this, I will have long since disappeared from this world. However, by any means possible, this deplorable conspiracy must be halted. Furthermore, there is a favor I must ask. If you believe in me, then I beg you to find the 7th report. The 7th report alone is the key. When obtained, it is set to scatter the 6 other reports worldwide by way of IUO. Naturally, such a manner of diffusion could never have its source determined. At the time I am writing this report in 2010, IUO is still in its prototype stages. However, if it is given 5 to 10 years, I believe that people throughout the world will make use of it, and I am relying on such. These reports, the reports shall serve as anti-propaganda against Tavistock. In the societies of the 21st century, the spreading of information is instantaneous, and once seeds are sown, there is no way to stop their growth. However, one mustn't imitate Tavistock, who crafts forests to hide trees. And now the time has come to choose. I leave everything in your hands. If you feel these indictments hold weight as reality, then obtain the 7th report. If you do not, then dispose of these reports at once. I pray there will be readers who progress this far, and I am truly grateful that if you have already done so. I can only hope your era remains free of conspiracy. I leave Irie in your care. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we are really moving forward. Up until now, these reports have simply been statements regarding various aspects of the Committee of 300's insidious schemes. But now things are finally starting to shift. Unfortunately, Kou has been pretty much no longer of this realm for quite some time now. But this last statement proves that he indeed believed that someone would have been brave enough to find these reports. The key lies with the 7th. We have to find that last report in order to put this to rest once and for all. Interestingly, that last statement, I leave Irie in your care as a sign of trust, perhaps. A trust over a long period of time. And of course, before I close this report, I, of course, having read it, have already noted the fact that Kou Kimijima is already well aware of the significance of the events in Shibuya 10 years ago. And yet his words still have me puzzled. It is indeed odd that not a soul has been talking about the matters of Shibuya. Maybe Tavistock's and the committee's reach is definitely far more visceral than I ever imagined.
相変わらず内容は難しすぎて頭が痛くなるな。
The first part, maybe. But he anticipated that IUO would eventually There does seem to be a more personal message at the end, obviously, which we just read. I guess Kou Kimijima wants to use IUO to scatter the reports around the world. It's unfortunate that happiness for you has fallen into the committee's grip, but that's just what happened. I suppose that's his way of warning the planet. His way of beating Tavistock at their own game. Even if it cost him his own life. It's possible that IUO was created just to spread this information. If true, talk about some 4D chess. Kou Kimijima's plan worked out big time. Except with one major snag. We still don't have a way to fix Irie. IUO currently has over 1 billion users worldwide. And we still don't know, we still don't have a way to prevent her from being erased once the update happens. But if I spread this, what guarantee is there that I'll be safe? Absolutely none, but the choice is up to you, Kaito. If you truly want answers, get that 7th report. Kou Kimijima was murdered. And Frau's mother was... Isn't this too dangerous? And yet the two of them risked their lives for this truth. This is too heavy a burden for me. For most people, perhaps, if I'm being honest.
ま、でもだったらなんでここまでムキになって集めたんだって感じなんだけどさ。
Indeed, we've already come this far, Kaito. I can recognize that it's dangerous. The reports have predicted nothing but the truth so far. This isn't a conspiracy theory, it's more like a prophecy. That's why the mention of spreading it worldwide is so terrifying.
Hairiちゃん、君島レポートナンバー7のフラグについて一応教えてよ。
We need to know those flags ASAP. Because once we find report number 7 and spread the information contained in the previous 6 reports, one way or another, the committee is going to have to act.
ナンバー7のフラグをお伝えします。
That's good to hear.
君島レポートナンバー1からナンバー6までのすべてのレポートを開放している。
That's already been done.
以上です。
Can't be that simple. Can it?
フラグはなし。
Well, actually, following on from Kou's logic, if the 7th report is as dangerous as he says it is, it would actually make sense that we don't have to go for flags, because what we're about to experience once we unleash the power of the 7th report and the others upon the world is going to be much more dangerous and much more taxing than any stupid flag.
みたいです。
But if there are no flag locks, then the question remains, where the hell is the 7th report? It initially strikes me as too good to be true, and it is.
ちょっと待ってよ。だったらもうすでにそのフラグは回収されてるわけで可視化されてるんだよね。
The problem is with no flags, we gotta find the damn report ourselves.
レポートナンバー7がどこにあるかのヒントは一切ないわけ。
みたいです。
So the report is available if we can find it.
勘弁してよ。
Gotta say, wasn't expecting that plot twist. I want to cradle my head. Worst case scenario, I have to expand my search radius to the tip of the northern tip of the island, where I haven't gone yet. If Kou Kimijima wants to spread his report spread across the world, why do you have to make it so difficult? I have to use Junna's method to narrow things down. It's got to be somewhere on a sightseeing map. The only clue we have. But if we're talking spots all across Tanegashima, it's gonna suck. It's possible that this 2020 solar storm arrives before I find report number 7. And we better get cracking. Good grief, what am I gonna do? I just noticed that Irie is finally facing, well, the right direction, even if she isn't really looking at Kaito. Then Irie speaks to me.
お家に帰りたいんですけど。
And where is that?
は？
愛梨の誕生日は明日なので。
Ah. So that's why you want it to snow on Christmas Eve.
ちょっとお家に帰りたいなって思いました。ダメですか？
This changes things. Is she acting weird again because of the bugs? I don't think so. In fact, this sounds too natural. This is flowing too naturally just to be a pre-programmed backstory, Kaito.
っていうか、愛梨ちゃんって誕生日が設定されてるの？
設定というか、愛梨が初めて目覚めた日がクリスマスイブなんですよ。
へえ。
Maybe that's why she's so fixated on the idea of a white Christmas Eve.
でもですね、これまでドアがお家の近くになかったのでちっとも帰れなかったんです。だから帰りましょう。
I hesitate to say this, Kaito, knowing your skepticism, but I think we should indulge Irie on this one.
ちなみにそのお家ってどこにあるって設定なわけ？
設定じゃなくてちゃんとあります。愛梨とマスターが暮らしていたお家ですから。
I think we should go and see the house of Kou Kimijima. Master.
もしかして君島公が住んでた家なの？
Yes, indeed, he actually lived in this, well, considering the fact that he was on this island.
そうですよ。他にも愛梨のお家はあり。
Irie? Irie abruptly freezes. Her expression locks in place, as if time itself is frozen. Getting a very bad vibe here.
そうですよ。他には愛梨のお家はどこにもありませんから。
She immediately starts moving again. I felt something strange there. Seeing her like this hurts. It's too painful to watch.
じゃあ俺も付き合うよ。っていうか、俺が連れてってあげないと愛梨ちゃんは家に帰れないわけでしょ。
Well, if her analogy that the Kimijima reports are technically considered doors in her world, that rules out my theory of Kimijima report number 7 being at his house. But maybe we might find answers to other mysteries surrounding Kou Kimijima and Irie.
お兄ちゃんがいてくれてよかったです。
Unfortunately, because of that, Irie can't even actually go there without our help. If she's going to potentially vanish in half a day, I might as well stick with her until the end. Very well said, Kaito. I also have to look into how I'm going to get my hands on report number 7 if our pattern holds up. It's not like we have any other choice. Irie's guidance is a total mess. I was speeding along my scooter when she told me I was going too fast. Gotta obey the speed limit. So now we have to go on foot. I have no idea of how far I'm going or in what direction. All I can do is follow Irie as she skips along leisurely. Irie is just an AR being, so she doesn't get tired no matter how far she walks. But I have an actual body. I can only walk so much without getting exhausted or needing to eat. Plus, I've been pushing my scooter this whole time, so it's twice as tiring. We started Otatsu Metatsu Rocks, right there of all places. Irie heads towards the mountains, the direction of the new airport, then heads down Road 76 towards Nishino Moteishi. It's a long and steep hill road. Walking up, then slowly descending, gets me pretty exhausted. Midway, we come upon an unpaved mountain road, which seems a good place to take a break, and as well as to end this episode of Let's Play Robotics Notes Elite. And when we return, adventurers, we shall continue on the path to the house of Kou Kimijima. As always, until next we meet.